Uh, Thank you very much to all of you for stay here. I'm Sistia Mohamed. I'm the CEO of TrainOnChain, and today we want to presenting our open source ecosystem that contributes to the development of international trade by digitalize all life cycle of a contract. So, first of all, I would like to thank TerraChain and all the ecosystem for believing in us, and ICC for support that they give to us, and ICP to be the right tech partner. And of course, I want to thank you all once again for being here and sharing this moment with us. Building a solution that means decentralization requirements remains open source, embracing a humanist-centric philosophy, and creates a trusted environment for international operators to negotiate a contract in the most balanced way possible has been a really challenge for us. That is why we chose the ICC standard specifically designed for this purpose. Now, I won't take up any more for your time, and I will now hand over to our CPO, Michele De Pasquale. For any question or further insight, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. So I'm going to share my screen. And I hope that everyone is able to see it. So let's start with a brief intro of our project. So what is TrainOnChain? TrainOnChain is trying to revolutionizing the global trade using global blockchain technology. So quickly, as we started, everyone here know that international trade contract full of inefficiency. There is a problem of lack of trust, and there are high costs due to centralization and manual processes. There is a problem of lack of transparency and auditability. And there is an environment where it's really complex, and the compliance side have a lot of different requirements. So here is just an overview of the market, what we are targeting. So our main target are small, medium enterprise that are in international trade businesses that are looking for a solution to streamline the contract management. This platform is ideally for industry with a complex supply chain and a big need of compliance support. Of course, the emerging market access for import and export can be beneficial from using this kind of technology. So as a recap, TrainOnChain is a fully decentralized platform that gives the possibility to create, manage, and execute an international trade contract on blockchain, giving the possibility to have an end-to-end digitalization, a decentralized trust, an immutable and transparent transaction, and all the automation on compliance. And as Stephen mentioned, I would like to thank you, our partner, that some of them are here as ICC, Internet Computer, and of course, NGI, that believe in us supporting our project. Just going deeply into the platform, this one is a live demonstration of how it works. So the first step, of course, is to go in and register for the first time. So what we are doing is to use the internet identity to access the platform is going to follow all the high-level requirements from all the institution. So it's really easy. You can set it on a Google password, and of course, in a couple of seconds, you are in. The idea is to, of course, create an environment where it's easy to access, but of course, there are some other area that you need to fill. So, for example, here, after the first access, you are able to edit the data. So you can add all the details and contact, or for your entity or you as a person, and of course to save inside the platform. But let's move on the most interesting sides, like how to create and editing a contract. So the idea is to replicate and to digitalize all the aspect or all the standard that ICC provided. So here you can easily select the contract model. At the moment, there is just the ICC, and select the role in the contract. Now you can easily type like a contract name. And of course, you are now in the most interesting side. So you are able to find all the details that need to be filled inside the contract, to like as the seller area or the buyer area, like with all the details. Or if you want to nominate like a legal representative, and the same for all the other side. So as the buyer, here, for example, you can see the general condition, where for every single part, there is a description of what is going to be added there, or the article that are related to that part. Here is an example for the product side. So when you need to be able to add the product description, for example, or the product code, the quantity, the price, and of course to select the currency. And eventually to add the HS code. Same for other part, for example, the amount of product. Or here you can see like the description of the single area that needs to be filled as an overlay. Here is like the details about the inspection fee and of course the termination. That is part of our technology as well, but is going to be mentioned later. Of course, after that the contract has been filled, the next step is the possibility to share the contract with the other party. So here you can find that there are two ways. You can share as a message, or you can copy the link and immediately be in contact with the buyer or the seller. And of course, when you are going to receive the link, you can easily import in your profile. This is just the case of creating an account from someone that received the link. And now you can add it on your profile as well. So next step, really interesting, is to see how it looks like on our all the process. So here is the view of all the different steps that are involved in the process. So now the contract has not been signed, but is just already have the details of the contract ID or the identification of the two different parties and the value that has been mentioned. After the two party agree on it, the next step is to store the contract on blockchain. So now you can easily, with a click, add it to a block on the chain. And of course, everyone can see it with the details, just clicking on verify. The next step, of course, is to sign the contract. So the first one is the seller that is going to receive the access for sign it. And with the click is going to be signed on blockchain. So there is no possibility to change it. And of course, found the date and of course the details when has been done. After that, next step is to go in on the buyer side. So the buyer needs to select to sign as well. And of course, now both parties have signed the contract, and on both profile, you can access to all the information and to generate a PDF if it's easier to store. This is next part is something that we add because we truly believe on the blockchain use. So BA is going to be on an external provider that is called Transact. So there is the possibility to pay in crypto as well the contract. Why this one? Because we create an oracle, a smart contract that is going to receive the money and to release when the contract has been ended, so that both parties have the trust that all the details have been completed. So, for example, if the contract is mentioned that the 30% of the money is going to be sent when the contract has been signed, the 20% when the ship starts, and the end, the rest when I'm going to receive the good. Automatically, the smart contract read these details and release the payment when the status is going to be advanced. Here is just how it works for the payment. This one is Transact, that is a provider that have license to operate globally with a focus in Europe and North America. Here you can pay by credit card, by bank transfer, or with other payment method. Here is a test that I want to show you how it works with the credit card, but of course, with the bank transfer is the same. Now money is going to go are going to the smart contract that is going to hold that until the contract is now going to the next step. Other details is the possibility, of course, to see where the money are. So you can track all the money here in your dashboard. Another piece is to track the shipping goods. So here you can add all the shipping number and to track the deliver and to add to the profile. Last but not the least is like the event of course, withdraw the money that are in the smart contract. So here, just how it looks like is the opposite process of before. So you are going to request the money to the smart contract, and of course you can request the withdrawal method that you prefer. Yeah, is of course the status on the dashboard that show you like all the withdraw with the transaction ID as a proof. So I hope that like the demonstration was clear, and now considering that like the high level of professional that has been invited to this event, I would like to ask Stephen to switch on the messages. And of course, if you have any question related or any kind of clarification, please don't hesitate to do it.